And we're live. We're live. It's Wednesday. It's 7:30-ish. There's no toilet roll and there's no where to go. Pasta is gone. The rest is finished. But guess what? We're here to give you some of this ish. I was like, sing that.
Yeah, that should be our new theme tune.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to the Social World. You're joining us here, issue 80.
Yes.
80. Yeah, we've been here for 80 long issues.
Awesome.
That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
We have issues.
We have
Dad jokes. I'm a dad.
How is everybody doing? Cupboard's full. Did you punch an old person in the face for toilet roll? What's going on? What's
I wouldn't punch the old woman. I would just give her some toilet roll.
Yeah, exactly. See, we're clued up here. Yeah, we're clued up right about now. But yes, welcome to the Source War, people. Amazing.
Yeah, been busy.
Very
working
busy.
from home as well now.
Woo! Getting paid to sit.
Unemployed, so I'm not busy at all.
I'm unemployed too, so I'm just like
I'm sure there's
Corona.
There's going to be a lot of people unemployed soon, man.
Hey, I've been hearing people getting laid off. People were like, "Oh, you need to work hard to find a job." I'm like, "How?" When?
I was just saying to my mum today, like, because obviously you guys must have heard of. Sorry, slight digress from comics. You must have heard of the fact that they're locking off England.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is there even a point in me looking for work? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
It's crazy.
I
may as well just catch up on all the comics, PlayStation games, TV shows. Fuck it.
That's what we're doing. I mean, you're working now. This is our part-time job.
Well, yeah,
okay?
I'm hoping to get paid for this someday. So let's get on with this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty then.
What's the first?
So,
we want them comic book monies, man.
Yeah.
well, unfortunately, this COVID-19 is literally the ultimate nullifier because everything is stopping now. Everything is cancelled.
Oh, that completely went over my head earlier.
Yes,
I just didn't get it. I know what the ultimate nullifier is. All right.
Inside joke, people. Inside joke. Should I say that? It's a quarantine joke.
So,
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, everything's cancelled, man. So we got a little list here. We got Fast 9,
a liquor list.
Mulan, New Mutant, Shang-Chi, the Batman, Jurassic Park sequel, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, Flash, and the Legends of Tomorrow. Black Widow was confirmed delayed yesterday.
That one was upsetting. That one's upsetting.
Even Birds of Prey was rushed to home video. Or
we don't care. But yeah, you won.
Right. Let's start from the top. So, Fast 9.
Okay. Go ahead.
That one. That was actually supposed to come out. When is that? When was that? Oh dear. April. No.
Oh.
It was that. I can't remember when. I didn't put a release date on it. Sorry.
It's supposed to be April sometime. What's the story? It was April. Yeah, it was April.
Regardless of the release date, it's been postponed due to a virus that seems to be taking over the world. Lex Luthor, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not April 2020. It's April 2021 now.
Wait, what? A whole year?
A whole year.
That's some bullshit. I'm
sorry.
No. Okay,
that's
no.
long.
Hold that thought.
Look at as he sips tea. Go ahead.
Right. That's some BS. That's bullshit because you wouldn't hold back a movie a whole year. So clearly something has gone wrong regarding, I don't know, editing or I don't know. I'm not like a movie making guy.
The thing is, though, when you actually think about it, when these movies, because we don't actually know when all this madness is going to cease, really. So they can't put it like, like what James Bond did, what we talked about last week. They did it until November, but that's kind of a decent time for them as well. So, but with this, it could be the same thing. They could probably do it in November as well, whenever. But I think these kinds of films, they look out to when is the best time for their type of movie.
Because it's summer blockbuster, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's meant to actually come out in May the 22nd.
Oh,
So
okay.
now it's
bad,
been pushed back
Okay.
to April the 2nd, which is
Ooh.
crazy.
Damn, that's madness.
It is indeed.
Han comes back, and I'm like, why is Han back? And I have to wait an extra year to find out what's going on with Han. So I did that. What's going on with Han?
Corona. See, I just mashing up everything now.
I don't even blame that stupid virus. I don't even blame it. I blame the media, the government, and you nasty bastards that don't cover your nasty mouths.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you're a fan of the show. I really don't care. The nasty, straight up. I met a friend, like tangent. I met a friend no lie. I met a friend just the other day. What was it? Sunday. I went to this cafe, and there's this guy. He comes in, he orders this shit, and he sits there at his table, and you should have seen the way he coughed. It was intentional. It was like this. It's like he was throwing it out. So I viewed him sideways. It was like, I'm like, bro,
Nasty, man, nasty.
Marvel says no. Okay, stop it. Sourceful says no. Stop it. My
And
days.
Corona says no to Mulan as well.
Oh,
Mulan.
but
Go on.
But Disney, you're smart, yeah? Because I know your streaming service is coming out next week.
What? Disney has
Yeah. And even though it's bad that, the virus is like stopping everything, they could stream it through the Disney service. You just watch Mulan at home. But then obviously that takes away from...
I'm sure they would want to take it to China and release it there because that's where they make all the money, I think. So
True. But if you have to pay for it on Disney, imagine you have to pay for it. Imagine you have to pay like
that's the thing.
£10 to view it.
I probably should have left that down to where Black Widow is, but that's what I'm thinking with Black Widow as well. They could actually release those on the streaming service. Which there's other movies. There was the Invisible Man that just came out as well.
Yeah.
And there was another film, a couple of other films that are coming out. And even Birds of Prey, they're kind of releasing it early on the streaming service.
Wait, Birds of Prey? I thought that was already out.
It's already out, but they was gonna leave it for a while before they bring it out on the streaming and home video. But yeah, I think they're gonna release it early.
They're capitalizing on the fact that everybody's gonna be at home.
Exactly.
It's clever, everyone's at home. Let's give them stuff to watch.
I know, but that is sad about Mulan and especially Black Widow, because one, Black Widow, this is long overdue. She should have had her own movie. We've said this loads of times. But then obviously to not have it in the big screen is also a par. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if they're gonna have to like put it on the streaming service, then I want all the bells and whistles. I want there to be a big hype over it because
they should over promote it, proper over promote it.
Yeah, because it needs that kind of. It should have had that kind of remaining. Anyway,
you know what they should do? What they should do if they're gonna release it on the streaming service, which is a shame because, like you said, should have had her movie. Do you know what? This movie should have came out just before Civil War. Yeah, that's when we should have got the movie. It should have been Black Widow, Civil War. Yeah. Everything else.
Yeah.
But what they should do if they're going to release it on the streaming service, obviously first. Afterwards, when this is all died down, they should re-release it and put it in the cinema. Yeah. I think they should make a big deal out of it. They should make a huge deal. We're finally in the cinema this week. Black Widow. Yeah. What you want?
That could work.
Definitely.
That could work.
So I think they'd make a lot of money from that as well because people would want to see it in the cinema.
Yeah.
These little girls where Black Widow is their favorite character. Now they can't go to the cinema with their cool comic book dads or whatever.
I know. Come on. So I'm filing my nail because had a long day. But but it is annoying that most of these films are obviously being pushed back. But again, you got to clean the cinemas now. You got to deep clean.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? Deep condition.
There's another film that actually is actually worse off. Because this film was supposed to be released in April 13th, 2018, then in February 22nd, 2019, August the 2nd, 2019, and then now it was supposed to be released on April the 3rd of this year. but
This poor movie.
unfortunately, New Mutants
Chill this movie, man.
will probably never come out.
Just let's put it on a streaming service. This is starting to sound like
Yeah.
Gambit. Like, do you know when they were like, Gambit's coming? Gambit's not coming. New
thing is-
Mutants. Fling it on a streaming service.
Because with New Mutants,
New Mutants?
the thing with New Mutants is that they've actually made this movie with all the struggles and trials and tribulations. They have made this movie, and it just won't come out. They're
Yeah.
at the gate.
Exactly.
They're at the gate.
They're like, no,
It's like when
sorry,
you're in the line-
Gotta wait. You
Yeah.
gotta wait.
You think you get them?
Come on, you go.
Right, this
you
guy
go.
just stole.
Come
This
on.
guy, he just stole my bit. He stole my whole
Sorry,
bit.
man.
This guy just.
But I think the ancestors are telling these people, look, yeah, I've been telling you, yeah, this movie's no, okay? I don't know what you need me to do. You need me to bring a plague? I'm bringing you a plague. I've sent locusts. Like, this movie does not need to be here. But, you know, alas, like you said, it's out. Put it on the streaming service. Let's just go. Because I'm tired of seeing this movie now. I feel like I've seen the movie and, you know, when you've forgotten it and you're like, what happened?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
What's funny is that I've never been interested in. Like, I honestly do not care
yeah.
about you. I've never, from the first, when I heard the name, I was like, all right, let's see what they do. Then they showed the trailer. I was like, don't care.
I like the characters in New Mutants. I
know you do. I'm not talking about the characters. I'm just talking about the movie. It's excellent.
Yeah, I know. I guess I've just got hopes for it. It's for me. It's like Deadpool came out, and they should have learned from what they did with Deadpool to try and kind of do stuff that they should be doing. You know, at least read the bloody comics and do something with what you got, rather than like some stupidness. Shang-Chi
Poor movie.
also has stalled at the moment. The director, he went off to get tested, so he wanted to get tested first. He came back negative, but still, they've put that on hold as well. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That I think did we mention that last week?
We could mention it again.
I think they were supposed to shoot in Prague, but that's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah, that little lockdown. Prague was like, nope.
WandaVision and Loki has also stopped filming. I think they were supposed to film in Atlanta. So that's actually temporary shut down now. So yes.
Thank God the MCU had the 10 years before. At least then we can, you know what I mean? We've
still got something to watch.
Us got the 90s babies, the 90s kids, at least we got our, you know what I mean, our old school.
We got our stuff.
we got
We got everything.
you know what I mean? We got our stuff. We got the 10 years of MCU. We got little drips and drabs. Obviously, the animated series from DC. We're alright. We're alright. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, this is from when they lock it off. This is the perfect opportunity for those of you that's seen it in bits and bobs, because maybe you made a friend who was watching it and then it piqued your interest. You got into a relationship and they, now you can go back.
Now you can go back.
Watch Iron Man.
Yeah. There you go.
Watch the Incredible Hulk.
All of it.
You didn't even know there was an Incredible Hulk movie in the MCU, did you?
They
don't talk about it.
Watch
There's
the
an Incredible
Blade.
Hulk movie.
There you
They'll
go.
go back to the beginning and watch Blade.
Go. Then watch Men in Black, because Men in Black is part of the Marvel. Watch it all. It's all it's all together. It's all together.
Men in Black, is it?
Well, not together.
Men
in Black is part of the MCU.
Nah.
Who told you that?
Yeah. No, when I was watching it like recently, and I did the I was watching the credits because I was like, oh yeah, I was watching the credits, and it was like, yeah, the Marvel universe. Yeah, Marvel universe.
So.
That's what.
Men in Black, an American comic book created by blah 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 blah. Originally published by Aircell Comics. Aircell would later be bought by Malibu Comics, which itself was bought out by Marvel Comics.
Boom! I knew. There we go. So, Men in Black is part of the MCU.
They gotta make that official.
You know what? I remember when I was little, when I was younger, I used to watch the Transformers animated movie, and I watched the credits all the way up to the end because that end credit song was sick.
Yeah.
And at the end, I see Marvel, and I was like, I get excited all the time. I was like, oh my god, could they meet up with Spider-Man one day? But still waiting for that, man.
Still waiting.
Oh my god.
We're gonna be waiting for
go
Batman
back
as well, because that's been shut down for 2 weeks.
You know what? I'm indifferent about Batman. It's like I want to see it, but I can't wait. It's cool.
You know what? I'm happy because you know what? DC need to take the time.
Take
the
time. They can sit back.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the perfect opportunity to look at this whole thing and be like, okay, have we gone wrong anywhere in this?
Thank you.
I don't want a bunch of yes men.
Yes, thank you.
In fact, what they should do, I suppose they can't. They should do an online focus group. You can't catch anything doing online. An online focus group of Marvel fans, straight Marvel fans, to watch that movie, to watch that Batman movie,
and critique
it. And they'll give you. They can critique. Whatever is wrong with it, the Marvel fans will be like, no.
Exactly. Or give like us multiple questions and be like, if Batman would it be okay if he A did this, B did? We'll fill it out for you. It's okay. You know what I mean? We're here to help you. Okay, until Disney buy you or something, it's fine. It's gonna be all right. But take your time.
Take your time.
But yeah, take your time. Bless DC. Poor thing.
Jurassic World Dominion. That's been
okay.
Another Jurassic Park movie.
I didn't even know there was gonna be another.
I was done with that movie, that franchise in the 90s, man. Move on.
Oh my days! What happened? Like how? Because the last movie, how did the last movie end?
That was.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it. I watched it when it came on TV. Yeah. When they went to the island because the island that the dinosaurs were on was going extinct, and there was basically a volcano.
I'm done.
And most of the animals died. And they captured some of the animals, and you know what? You know
they had a park there as well.
What annoyed me? They had the park here, but like, you know what's annoying? That the guy who, Asian guy who was in the first one, and he was like, "Oh, these are the," and the guy was like, "What species is it?" And he goes, "Oh, it's a velociraptor." That scientist guy, he's remained in these franchises throughout the whole of the thing, and obviously in the last one, he survived. So, and he took a vial and went about his... You know what I mean? So it's like...
Because they were doing that thing where they couldn't create their own dinosaurs and that, innit?
Yeah. So, they were gene pooling the dinosaurs. So, in the last one, I think it was I can't remember. They made a Tyrannosaurus. Yeah. And they didn't tell my man it was a Tyrannosaurus raptor. And then when it turned around and was like, oh... Wagwan to the raptors were like, cool, and then they started eating everybody. There was a lot. There were flying raptors.
It wasn't too bad, but
it wasn't too bad, but it was cringe. They were flying T-Rexes. It was a lot. So what's this one about apart from dinosaurs eating people?
Oh god, we're still talking about this.
No idea what it's about. No idea.
Okay. Well done Jurassic Park for having a franchise as long as Fast and Furious. We will see what happens. The only logical thing they could do at this point, I don't know it, but the only thing that they could do is try and create a person who is a dinosaur.
And then that's where they link up with Fast and Furious.
You know that's exactly when they will link up with Fast and Furious.
Do you know what? I'd actually watch that shit. I'm
not even gonna lie. Wouldn't you love to see Vin Diesel just punch a T-Rex in the face?
Half T-Rex, half man.
Just someone just running next to the car, like.
Harry should be like, "Hey, how are we gonna catch that dinosaur, man?" Vin Diesel would be like, "We can do this.
We got this." You know,
as the car flies. Oh my god, no, it's too much. Okay, well, Jurassic World. I don't know.
What's next? Can we
next?
Let's get down to this.
Yeah,
last ones are Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. Those are
cancel those shows.
They're nearly there. So it was Invisible Man, The Hunt, and Emma. Those of
The Hunt. Okay.
Universal have made them available in the home from Friday. I think they're still charging like £20 for it. So so yeah, I mean that's the thing though. Would you if you had the Disney service, for instance, and that's what was it, £7 a month?
Yeah, some panel.
And then they released Mulan and Black Widow, for instance, and they charge you £20 to watch it. Would you? But you can have it for like a day.
Oh, is that how they're doing it?
Well, that's how Universal was doing.
Are they doing it like Amazon? Like Amazon, where you have to pay for things?
Yeah.
Ah, what?
No,
I thought we were just going to get the stuff like Netflix. Netflix releases
but
movies.
They would have to bring that. They would have to get their money back somehow, though, for the movie.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but for me, I'm like, all right, cool, £20. £20 a lot because I don't even pay £20 at the cinema. So like, you know what I mean? Like,
think about it though. If you do think about it, £20, you have it for like 2 days or something, or like a day. But then you're not paying if you're watching it with your other half or with other people. You're just paying out £120. You're not paying like £15 each. In a sense. So
yeah.
And you can watch it as
doing that
many
with
times.
the TV shows, right? It's just the movies.
Just a movie.
Yeah, just a movie that they can't release right now. But they have to, you know, it has to be released because they have to release Black Widow at some point. Because if they don't release it within the next couple of months, you got the other shows that are scheduled to come out on the Disney Plus anyway. So you know, they need to release it somehow pretty soon if they want to keep it sequential.
Yeah. No, okay. Well, when you explain it like that, then that's fine. And if Disney are going to do the thing where you can have multiple people on your Disney plan, then again that works out better because you're just paying off once. But in that case, then yes, I would pay for it.
I'll do it. Shipping in, boy.
I'll do that.
That's if I have the money because I ain't working. Unless coronavirus is hiring me to do something, man. You know. You know, me and Choco Cat are like, so. But yeah, no, I would pay. Yeah, and I would pay, especially I would pay for Black Widow because I feel like again she needs. That
I would support that movie. I would definitely support that movie because it's a long time overdue.
Anyway, all right, let's get on to the next one then. This one's a bit of sad news, unfortunately. A crew member from the Batwoman TV show was paralyzed in an on-set incident.
Is it a stunt person or?
No, she was actually an production assistant.
Oh wow!
So she's been paralyzed from the waist down. The incident occurred on March the 11th in Vancouver. Basically, they've set up a GoFundMe? And basically Warner Brothers TV representative said a valued member of the Batwoman production team was recently injured during the preparation of a filming location in Vancouver. Our thoughts are with her for a speedy recovery. We're working closely with WorkSafe BC to provide any and all requested information. We continue to work to protect the health and safety of all our crews, cast and employees. So yeah, it was a GoFundMe. Tyler Mazuko, a colleague of the lady's name is Amanda Smith, who got injured. A colleague of hers said while doing her job as a production assistant, the bucket of a lift lowered onto her head. She underwent emergency spinal surgery to repair the damage. Unfortunately, with this type of surgery, there is no way to know if it was successful until she undergoes significant therapy. She has a burst T12 and a T11 ASA. She underwent a T11 to T12 lemectomy and is fused from T10 L2. She's currently paralyzed and cannot feel anything from the waist down. However, we are holding out hope that with time and rehabilitation, she might regain sensation in her legs. The GoFundMe has already surpassed the 50,000 goal. With it now, it's now being adjusted to 100,000. So yeah, it's a bit sad news, man.
What's the GoFundMe for?
Obviously, because she won't be working. It's in Canada, but she's probably American, maybe, I don't know, but all I know is that America is dreaded when it comes to healthcare, so
Well,
No, they
I know that, but I'm like, she works for Warner Brothers, who spend millions of dollars on movies, and now they spend millions on TV, which is something they didn't used to do. They can't find money to give to this girl that was working on set, and they have to start.
It's a capitalist world,
I'm down for the GoFundMe. I'm just thinking, what are Warner Brothers doing for their staff? Is what I'm saying.
It's a capitalist world, bruv. It's a capitalist world.
Yeah.
Look at what we're going through now, literally. Yeah, and you can see what our governments are doing for us, and it's not. It's mate. It's dog eat dog world, mate. You gotta find your own toilet paper.
You gonna work for Warner Brothers as a production? That's pretty high, like a high up job. And there's no work insurance. Or like,
I'm sure they'll have work insurance, but then
I just think Warner Brothers should be like, shit. We need to give this woman some money before she sues us or something.
Yeah.
You know what?
Boy.
Anyway, I feel for her. I honestly do. I think that's horrible. Poor woman. But I'm just. Whenever I hear things like that, I'm like, well, wait a minute.
What is the company doing?
Yeah. Anyway.
Big up to all the people, obviously, who are on sets and doing, like, all the stunt people as well, because there have been a lot of stunt people who have lost their lives or got injured as well. So, them production people, we appreciate you. Obviously, we know it's just movies and you do spend a lot of time or whatever. Be safe. You know, our hearts go out to this woman. Hope she, regains consciousness. You know what I mean? Hopefully, there's a Shuri out there somewhere in some backyard in Africa who's got some, I don't know, Wakandian thing for fix up. So let's just pray for that. Yeah, so that's it. And I will put my patois away and drink my tea.
If you didn't understand that, she said hopefully there's a scientist in Africa who can help you.
So in other news.
More news.
Loads more.
Is Sony interested in purchasing the Konami franchise?
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Basically, Konami was one of the biggest names in games. They did things like Castlevania, Dance Dance Revolution, Metal Gear, and Silent Hill. But at the moment, they're not really.
Zone of the Enders.
And Zone of Enders as well, yeah.
Oh, wow.
At the moment, they're pretty much just doing re-releases now. They're not really...
Re-releases, and they're focusing back on their Pachinko games or whatever.
Yeah.
Pachinko! I love that. I just love that name. Okay.
So, there's a rumour... this is all from comicbook.com. There's a rumour saying, circulating that those IPs could be dusted off in the very near future, as Sony is apparently looking to purchase some of Konami's most beloved franchises.
Sorry, for games or movies?
For games. According to
bring back the Tamagotchi.
According to the rumor, Sony is interested in acquiring Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. The news follows the recent reports that Sony is funding the development of a PlayStation exclusive Silent Hill game, and the rumors surrounding an apparent resurrection of Hideo Kojima's Silent Hills as well. Kojima had a very public falling out with the publisher, and the game has become something of a legend since its playable trailer was removed from the PlayStation Store. This new rumor...
My brother still has it.
Oh, is it? Good, man. This new rumor was first reported by a supposed former employee on 4chan, but the news has recently slowly gained a bit of steam over the last few days, as outlets such as Jack of All Controllers have weighed in.
One thing I'll say, I'll only be down for it because I don't care.
Yeah.
The only thing that will make me care is if they do Metal Gear Solid 6. No, two things. Re-release Metal Gear Solid 5 with the stuff that was cut out that they couldn't finish, and then release a Metal Gear Solid 6 and have Hideo Kojima involved. Yeah. If they did that, then I am all down. I'm down for all of this. Without Hideo Kojima, I don't care.
True.
Don't care. True. Because Konami may as well keep it. I don't care. Yeah. But if they're bringing Hideo Kojima back, maybe people at Sony were fans of Hideo Kojima is like, nah, this is dumb. Let's fix this.
Yeah.
Come on. What are you doing? What's with the zombie game?
Make it right.
But yeah, no, Silent Hill, man. I remember playing that game first time, man. Oh man, that game crapped. Yeah, I crapped my pants, man. Multiple times.
No, for me it
Silent
was
Hill was
Doom.
crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
Doom and Quake. I didn't like that game.
So when I was playing it, I was staying at my grandmother's house, and it's not a massive house. It's quite an old squeaky house as well. And when you're playing it and you got your headphones on, and then you
can hear
and you
it's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
pause it and go down and make a drink or something, and you hear creaks in the floorboards and Yeah, man. That game was...
You hear the house just setting.
Yeah.
No, you hear that house where it just sets. It's like it compresses. You're like,
and it doesn't help that the game has those types of, because the game is silent.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro. The game is mad silent. And you can when you got your headphones on as well, you can just hear little stuff that's happening in the distance, and you just got your little touch.
I love.
And
I know
that you lot play those games in the dark.
I was just you lot are just in like yo.
You gotta be in it.
I was just saying, I used to love it. I used to love playing horror games, whether it be Resident Evil or The Evil Within, which is a more recent one. Curtains closed, lights off, doors shut, blanket over my head. Remember doing that with a blanket over your head? And you're sitting there like this. And you're like,
sick.
And then someone comes and taps you, and you're like,
Never played a game like that before. You ain't gaming. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my days,
for real.
Hilarious. But yes, okay, Sony.
I'll be down for this if they bring Hideo Kojima back.
They have to bring the originator back, man. You can't make a remix without the original, man.
Exactly.
You know?
Come on now, Sony. Don't
come on, Cletus.
Come
on. Come on.
Oh wait. Hi viewers, thanks for joining us. There should be more of you seeing as you're at home. So Sean, John, Abigail, I don't know who else is there. Okay, there should be more. Corone.
Yeah.
Hi.
If you're at home quarantined, just go back. We've got 80+ issues to listen to. We try to keep it down to an hour, but obviously not.
You know.
So you've got loads of content for you guys.
Yes. Okay, let's keep going. Keep
going. All right. So, comic news. That's it for the actual news. What? Comic news. We've got something very interesting actually. Alternate death in the family arc where Jason Todd lived.
Yeah. Send me that. Please.
Well,
I ain't seen no images of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently taking a break off of social media, so you have to send me a screenshot or something.
Yeah, it is a bit corny. To be honest. But this is from CBR.com. Before he became Red Hood, Jason Todd was best known for his brutal death at the hands of the Joker in the classic Batman story, A Death in the Family. However, newly released art has revealed that Jason could have had a different fate. An article recently published on Polygon showcased a pair of alternate pages from Batman issue 428, pulled directly from DC Comics archive in Burbank, California, that depicted a different fate for Jason, which some of these photos have certainly been seen before. They don't come out terribly often, much less as they release to a major outlet. Let me see if I can pull it up actually, because
just give me some lift music.
So you got a picture of Batman holding Jason Todd, and he looks actually worse than how he was when he was dead, but his suit's all ripped up.
Sporting. And
you've got Batman smiling like that. He's like, he's alive, thank God. It's like, it's quite corny. Let me see if I can send it over to you via Skype. Yeah. Actually,
I don't know how I feel about Batman smiling. That just makes you very uneasy.
Yeah, I read a comic and he smiled. Oh, I was reading Young Justice or something with Naomi in it.
Yeah,
Naomi. And Naomi said something, and then walked off because she's like, I ain't listening to you. And he smiled.
To who? To Batman.
Yeah, to Batman.
Oh.
and then he smiled.
Did he smile or was it a smirk? Because I don't mind.
It was like a smirk. He was kind of like one of those side things. Like it's clearly one of those. I like this girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Ooh, look at the pictures.
Boy, him look broke up. Him look mash up. Them mash him up.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Some ginger tea, darling. Yeah, right.
But you see that one with Batman holding him. Yeah, that just looks. Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen.
It was a vote. It was a vote. You know. But I don't know if you know about the controversy of the vote.
Apparently. Yeah.
Apparently, somebody, and this is before we even had hacking abilities. Somebody hacks the phone lines. Back in the day, before we were hacking computers and tablets and such, we were hacking telephone lines.
Yes,
somebody apparently hacks the telephone lines.
01110.
They did such things. Jason Todd's demise was inevitable. He was Thanos out of existence.
Oh dear. Too much. Look, Choco Cat's just having a moment.
So I want to read this. He's like, he's alive, thank God. But the boy's badly hurt. Have to get him to a hospital fast. No time to change his clothes. We'll have to lose the costume and carry him to the hospital all wrapped in a blanket.
My God.
Even at a time like this, I think it's about protecting that secret identity. As for Jason, he's in a coma. The doctors won't say when or if he'll even ever snap out of it. There's nothing they can do for him. It's up to the boy's own recuperative powers to pull him through this.
Poor thing.
Man, back in them days where there was so much exposition in comics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was just so... I'm telling you exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. It was just so...
Yeah.
And I remember back in the days, like, reading comics like that. So it's just funny hearing it now.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. I remember reading an old Superman comic, the original one. I read it online years ago where he met Supergirl. And she chose her name, which was like... It was LL. The name was like Linda something. It's like, well, my ex-girlfriend in Smallville was Lana Lang, and my new girlfriend is Lois Lane, and then she chose LL too. I was like, come on, man.
Oh dear.
It's so corny. It can be so corny, the old ones.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But we kind of love it, so it's all right. Thanks. Ooh, what we got next?
Okay, nexty. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, it's fine.
Image Comics and Dynamite shares plans to assist retailers amid coronavirus pandemic.
Bless.
So basically, what they have done, Image sent out a statement. Basically, they said, this is a difficult situation for everyone, and while we commend both retailers and customers for putting their health and safety first, we don't feel all the burden should be placed on the direct market. This was from publisher Eric Stevenson. He said,
Good old Eric.
We want stores to order with the confidence they're not going to be stuck with stock they can't sell, and we hope everyone recognizes the part we all can play by joining together to help one another weather this crisis. Basically, a letter was sent to some retailers, and it said actively monitoring the conversations around government mandated store closures and sales within the direct market, and are active in conversations with Diamond regarding returnability, delayed billing, and potentially staggering the release of new products.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all good and well, but, you know, retailers ain't going to be here. They're going to be at home. So, and as much as I would love to purchase loads of comics,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Who's delivering them?
I was just thinking that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've got stuff on the way from America.
Exactly. There's no AI, you know, there's no...
Amazon have drones.
Yeah.
Amazon drones. Bots. You know what I mean? But, you know, they're not loose in the streets right now. So you're just going to have to sit down and just wait it out, babe. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, But the backlog, when I tell you, the backlog of deliveries once this is over is gonna be mad. It's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas, Easter,
July.
All of it. You know what I mean? All together. It's crazy. But I'm here for it. I'm here for everything. And I'm here for the flash sales as well. Yeah. Go ahead.
Dynamite.
Yeah, watch when they put things on sale because they have to get rid of it. That's going to be crazy as well.
Yeah.
This is all a plan. This is probably a big retail scheme.
There's going to be a lot of recession happening, I reckon, man.
Oh, God, yeah.
Dynamite also, they said their retail partners, they sent a letter out. They said, we know you're awaiting word from all of your publishing partners, but a quick word to let you know we are here listening. We are discussing and working with Diamond on an informed response and hope to have news shortly about easing your burden in the coming weeks. One option we would like to offer is that Dynamite would take returns, as Image has announced, and other publishers may do as well. But Diamond has a large amount of volume and has many factors to consider, and we are understanding of that in case it's not feasible overall. If Diamond has challenges doing so, we at Dynamite will take returns directly. Obviously, we have to coordinate any logistics with each retailer if we are doing so directly. The answers may not be coming quick enough, but they are coming. Diamond is a great company and works with retailers and publishers day in and day out, but this is an unprecedented situation, so please be patient with them. But I wanted to let you know that Dynamite is here for you. Best, Nick Barocchi.
You know what they should do? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I kind of have to rate the smaller companies. Some people might be like, Image, Dynamite, who are they? And they're all saying, yo, you know what, should we if we can, we'll give you a refund or we'll do this to make it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
What are the big two doing?
Exactly.
What are the big two doing? They're just going to take our money.
Yeah, of course.
Taking this off.
Yeah. No, I had an idea. I was like, you know what they should do? Obviously, the smaller ones and the bigger ones, you know, whatever. I think they should just focus on digital. But then when you pay for a digital comic, you pay like a little bit extra if you want the actual comic later on.
That's
like what? Hold on. You know what I mean? So like you might pay say you pay like for a digital. Let's just say you pay I'm ballparking. Just say you pay £1 for digital, or £2 for a digital one, and then you might want to add £10, like if you're going to get a graphic novel, or if you go pick up like I know you lot do singles a lot. So if you pick up a single, but you want it in hardback, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm paying to view the digital now, so I can see the digital, but then I'll pick my other one up later on because I still want.
My thing was like to do it the other way around. Like if you're gonna buy a physical comic, because I've always thought about this. Like if I was to have a comic shop, I would.
When you have a comic
shop. When I have a comic shop, I would try and figure out a way to kind of do that kind of thing. Because for me, like, I do collect comics. I like to read. I like to buy comics and have the physical comics, especially the ones I really like. But with that, sometimes I don't have time to read the physical. I'm going to work or I'm somewhere. I got my iPad or whatever. I'd like to actually have it on there so I can read it when I'm out and about. So I think it would be a good idea to have, like, for the people who buy the comics, obviously buy the comic and you can like download it as well. And I think Marvel used to do that, but they've stopped doing that. But you can
still give the free digital comic inside the. But that's not the same, really, is it?
No, do they?
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on.
Because you got that little barcode that you can scan in it, and it'll.
Yeah. Hang on a second. We find
you know what you should do as well, Rich. This is a crazy idea. When you get your comic book shop, you should do a thing like, you know how we have the iPads,
Yeah.
And then and obviously the iPad looks like one page, You should design a thing where it's an iPad, but it's a book, so it has pages. But it's specifically for comics or books, and then so you buy it like one time.
That's it.
Let's just say it's like £500 or whatever. Just you buy it one time, and then you can download all of the stuff on there, and then you know how people like to turn the page.
Yeah.
You can turn the page on your like, you know, digital looking thing instead of swiping, because some swiping sometimes isn't fun.
Yeah.
I like to turn pages, you know. So you know, but you have like, let's just say you have like five pages, so you like have like 5 different
so
screens
like
within the iPad.
Like a
thing.
like a thin, like, I don't know, like thin layer that you can turn around. But they're all screens. They're all screens. That's kind of
and then like
idea.
See, I'm giving that idea to you.
Sure.
Roll with it. If anybody steals it, just know it was created here on the source wall. At what time is it? Yeah, at 8:22, issue 80. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There we go.
That would
So
be pretty
this is
sick,
the future
though.
people.
That's
It would be.
future thing, man.
That is, but no, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Don't worry. We got it. Business owners out here. Okay.
All right.
What's next?
So next we've got reviews.
Oh my God.
So let's we can start with you.
Definitely want
Isha,
Isha to go first. Yeah, I really want to hear how Beastars was. So go Beastars, because I added it to my list, and I asked my son the other day, "Do you want to watch it?" And he was like, "No." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Firstly, wasn't expecting the Beastars to be on point like that. It's completely left when I thought it was going to be right. It's brilliant, by the way. Let me just put that out there. It's brilliant. So basically, I'm not going to spoil it, but long short story of it. Yeah. Have you seen Zootropolis?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Dope movie.
No, it's a banging movie. Right. So take away take away the crazy sheep doing all the madness and just have animals, trying to coexist with one another who naturally have instincts. And these animals are in college. Yeah, they got their puberty instincts and they got their animal instincts, and they're kind of colliding. Yeah, so 3 main characters. We've got the wolf.
Sexy.
Yeah, you got the wolf. Can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. It sounds like Legolas, but it's not. But got the wolf, and you've got a dwarf bunny. Yeah. So the wolf, he's in drama club. He works the lights. He's a cool guy. He's a 6'3" wolf, grey wolf. Yeah. He's about this life, and like he's mad strong, but he tries to be really like timid because he knows he doesn't want to F nobody up, and he's whatever. And then something mad happens with him and the bunny. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you have to watch this. Something mad happens with the bunny. Yeah, and the drama club sent him to go and like get flowers for a scene because he has to get. He does props and costumes and whatever. And this bunny now, obviously, you know what they say about bunnies, they get a bat. Yeah. This bunny gets a bat, innit? Like she's out here, she's doing her thing. So like, no, there was a funny scene. I haven't laughed out loud like watching something for a long time, but like there was a funny scene. So he goes there.
Sorry, I need to interject. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to interject. I do mean to. I'm going to interject.
Interject.
Teens or adult? This show.
Adult teens. So 17 upwards. 17 upwards. Yeah.
I want to know how funny this bunny begins.
I mean, when you said that you were like, oh, does someone want to watch it? I'm like, maybe not. Maybe it's just you.
Like that. Right.
Maybe it's just you for now. You get me? You just censor it, and then maybe you can bring him in later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. But
like, trying to see that bunny on wolf action.
So like, he goes to visit the bunny, and he's chatting, and she like makes him do a couple of chores. And oh no, it's just a bit of jokes. And then like they go into like this little like hut thing, and she's like, and he does like a lot of internal monologuing, like just chatting to himself innocent. And then like she's like, oh, you know, thanks for helping me out. Oh, what do you want to eat? And in his head, he's like, oh,
you want some bunny?
He's thinking like as a wolf, he's like, I eat meat in it, and she's a herbivore and he's a carnivore. And he's like, I can't. In his head, he's like, I can't tell her like I want meat because that would scare her. So he's having this internal monologue here, and he's not talking to her. And she's looking at him, and she goes, "Oh, my girl starts backing off her dress now. There she there in her bunny panty and bra and little turn up socks." And she comes up to him. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. She comes up to him. She goes, "I've never been with a carnival before. This should be fun. You can be rough. I can take it." I was like, what does that mean? I was
Yeah, I'll probably watch that tonight.
Yeah, when I tell you, it's the funniest thing, and the way they've done it is so brilliant. Like the mentality behind, it's not just like, oh, they're just animals. Like they really go into like the psychology of like what it means to be a carnivore and a herbivore, and maybe being attracted to each other in that way. Like it's really, really good. And like the whole premise is that someone gets, well, you'll see it anyway, but something bad happens to someone in the beginning, but like they don't really explore that in the actual series, but a lot is going on, so it kind of goes out your head, and then they leave you with a nice cliffhanger at the end. So when I say recommend it, go and watch it. Beastars is hilarious, intelligent, and just wild. It's great. It's great. It's just great. It's just very great. So yes.
Some eat meat.
They eat meat.
To
You're breaking,
it's
baby,
always around this time it breaks up.
I know. It's just like whenever we get to like the 1 hour mark, it's like come off and come back on.
Yeah.
Try that. But yes, when Kieran comes back, because he is slightly frozen, it's fine. It's all right. He has not got the virus. It's cool. But yeah, Beastars is banging. Yeah. I would say
it sounds interesting, and that's all on Netflix as well, right?
That's on Netflix. So it's only season 1 that's dropped. If I go and watch it, it's when I say it's adult content, it's adult content. Like just go and watch it. It's for us, isn't it? Lads?
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay. You just flip sides. There's no worries. What's my second review? Kingdom. Yes. Kingdom season 2. Basically about zombies. Yeah. It's really good. So basically, in season 1, they find a flower that can resurrect people. An army, obviously a kingdom, find it, and they were like, oh cool, we're going to resurrect our soldiers. It goes a bit bad. Obviously they start nyamming up people, but they don't recognize that the zombies are hiding from the sun, so they don't so the plant basically the plant is reacting to weather. So if it's in somebody and it's a zombie, then the zombie's going to react like the plant does. So it's baking hot, and every time the sun comes out, zombies are fleeing to shade, and they're just like dormant for a little while. And then at nighttime, when it's cooler, they come out and do some madness. We're back. We can see you. We can hear you. It's amazing. Yeah, you're
I'm on my phone.
Okay,
I'm on my phone.
It's
laptop
okay.
Things. What was I going to say? Start off saying something.
You said something about carnivores, yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering how they do it in the show, because Donald Duck would be sitting there eating turkey, and it's weird. And I imagine in a show like this, they would, I don't know, is there like chicken? Is it like a bunny factory where they, I don't know, do some bunnies sacrifice their lives for these wolves to eat?
No, but chickens do lay eggs for people, and I think the carnivores eat a kind of like a manufactured meat. So it's not so it's not actually like meat, but again, but watch it, it's amazing, it's brilliant. But yes, Kingdom. So in season 1 we saw all of that, zombies hiding from the sun because the plant doesn't like heat. In season 2, unfortunately, they find out that obviously it's coming into winter, so all the zombies are just running around the place all the time. There's a lot going on. There's like hierarchy madness, because obviously you've got this kind of like Ming dynasty mixed with zombiness, which is really, really good. Like at first I wasn't, like, my brother recommended Kingdom, to be fair, and it's a good shout, bro. Love you, man. I was like, but then I watched it and it's really, really good. So if you just like a good zombie, series, watch it. It's great. Don't watch October Fraction. Really good, but I don't know what kind of Tipex they asked them to finish the show off with. Poor thing, I feel like their budget got cut. Don't watch it. It's upsetting at the end. And and I recently just watched, I recently just watched Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, and I have so many issues with that. I didn't sleep. I really didn't sleep.
It's best not to talk about that. There's way too many things to talk about with that.
Me and my brother were looking at each other like,
what the hell?
What the fuck is going on? It's too much.
Going to be months from now. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be months from now. I would have seen that movie. Then it'll be time to do the Source Wall, and I will just lose my shit. I can't wait.
We are definitely going to do... We're going to do an episode of what the fuck went wrong with certain things in film, TV. We're going to go ham
definitely
right now, not now. But that is my review. But Beastars, definitely a 5 out of 5. And Kingdom, a 4 out of 8. Because, the dubbing is a little bit, oh my God. But it's fun. Yeah. But watch Kingdom and definitely watch Beastars. Yay!
Alright, so Kieran, what's going on with Young Justice?
Oh, man, I had the time and I was like, I'm gonna binge read Young. I had some time that I decided to binge read Young Justice. The latest issue was Young Justice issue 14. Young Justice got real because basically what had happened is that all the main ones, or some of the main ones, basically they went not time traveling, multiverse hopping. They went to this place called Gemworld. They found Superboy, the original Superboy, brought him back with this girl called Amethyst. We got a new Green Lantern called Teen Lantern. We've got Impulse is back, and we've got Cassidy Sandsmark, who was Wonder Girl. Tim Drake who's gone from Robin to Red Robin back to Robin, and is now Drake.
Wow.
These Batman characters just be changing their names. Oh, and we've got Ginny Hex, who's the great granddaughter of Jonah Hex.
Okay.
Went to this place called the Gemworld, and then they ended up leaving Gemworld, and they went through different multiverses, different Earths in the multiverse, and now they're back home. And Superboy went to find a woman who sent him to Gemworld in the first place. She sent him to another place. So all the Titans are like, no, and also then they met Naomi. And yes, so Star Labs was investigating Naomi's situation with what happened in her comic books. So it's all intertwined with Young Justice.
Ooh.
Naomi joins Young Justice. Superboy goes missing, so they're like, okay, we gotta go find out what's going on with this Star Labs woman. So they go after her, and she sends like multiverse monsters after them, and they're like, you know what, we need reinforcements. So Tim Drake, Red Robin, whatever you want to call him, there's Impulse to get some old heads. He sends him to get Aqualad from the Young Justice TV show, Spoiler from like Detective Comics, and Arrowette. No, you don't know who Arrowette is, but back in the day when I was reading Young Justice, like when I was properly reading the original Young Justice comics, Arrowette was one of the originals, but she retired. She was one of Green Arrow's sidekicks, and she was dope. She's like the best archer in the world. But she and Sideways, you know DC's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
They brought him back as well. So Impulse went to get all of these guys. They rocked up to this like desert Star Labs hideout and just murked all these paranormal multiversal monsters. And I'm not gonna ruin the whole thing, but because I read it in like a bulk. Oh, they also got Dial H for Hero. These two kids who like have this phone, this old ass phone.
Yeah.
And they get superpowers. And one of the superpowers, when they did it, I don't know if you can see this image. Hang on. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's basically when you dial the phone, you get superpowers. And he dialed it, and he basically they didn't say it where he got Spider-Man's powers.
Dial for fun.
They go off and they go find Connor Kent, who's Superboy, and try and help him. And how did the comic end? How did it end?
Don't spoil it.
Oh no, I'm just curious. I just want to see if I can get to like a point.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it didn't end. It was dope. They ended up this fight, confront the woman, and then it's at a point where we have to find out what's happening next. But I read it from issue 11 up until 14 because I was that far behind, so it's all muddled in my head. But Young Justice, Brian Michael Bendis is doing a great job with Young Justice. I'm so proud of what he's doing. I'm happy Young Justice is back. Happy I binge read it. I'm happy I'm collecting it. And I'm way past being in my teens now, but these were the guys that I was reading when I was in my teens. And I'm just happy that back. It's just really taking me back to how I felt when I was reading these comics in them times. Back when it was Superboy, Robin, and Impulse. We like the and what sick, man.
How many nerds? How many nerds?
Man, all the nerds, man.
All the nerds,
All the
man.
nerds.
That's a source will approve.
There was nothing I didn't like, because you know, in comics or TV shows or something, they do that thing where there's a story going on, but they kind of do this annoying thing where they drag it out unnecessarily. I have to say, Young Justice is just getting to the point. It's getting straight to the point, and I really like that, in my opinion.
Woohoo!
Nice.
I also read 4 issue 4.
Oh, I haven't read that yet. No.
Have you not?
Nah.
Why me tell you?
Can we do that? Let's do that next week, please.
You know what, Rick?
I'm gonna read it after this.
All I'm gonna say is
Okay. Thanks for the spoiler.
why tell you?
Thanks for the spoilers.
Loki's in the issue. That's who that is.
Alright.
Oh my
It's
day.
in the issue before that and the one before that as well. But
Okay.
I really want to talk about this one, so hurry up and read it.
Okay.
Oh my
So
god.
what I did read.
Okay, bitch.
I did read X-Men issue 8. I'll just do a quick shindig with it.
I still have this.
Because this one I read last week as well, so I can,
Okay.
Basically, the Brood are back. How they came back is the New Mutants. One of the New Mutants. I can't remember her name, but they were on some missions in their New Mutants book. And they're back on Krakoa now, and one of them has brought back an egg, basically. I can't remember her name now. What is her name? I think it was Magma.
Magma, okay.
I think it was her. But basically, she brought back an egg, and unbeknownst to her, it was a king brood egg. Basically, what the broods are basically like, you could say they're kind of like from aliens, and they're kind of like the Borg in a sense, where they can infect you, and then a brood grows out of your body and things like that. So they've got
fun.
a queen, and this king brood egg. Basically, it summons the brood, and they all fight over for the king. And then whoever takes the king is kind of like they're like the next leaders or something like that. So basically, they've brought the egg to Krakoa, and then suddenly the brood come to take back the egg. So the brood are invading Krakoa. You've got some scenes with Falcon, who, Scott Summons' brother, Scott Summons and Havoc's brother, and they actually talk about the last time he died, pretty much, because he's always having a dream, and he's in this void type of place. So in all of these X-Men comics, they have like white sheets where they kind of talk about stuff that's happening or that's happened, or bits of stories that you need to know, but they haven't really drawn it. So in this one, it's called the Shi'ar Battle Record. It's called The Fault, an after-action report of the events surrounding the War of Kings and the death of Lilandra. So basically, Gladiator was crowned Magister of the Empire after the death of the exile of Lilandra, former Super Guardian, leader of the Imperial Guard. If you're an X-Men reader, you definitely know who Gladiator is and things and what's been happening. Black Bolt was killed at the conclusion of the war when a T-bomb detonated, ripping a hole in the fabric of space and time. This anomaly is known as the Vault, and nothing has ever escaped it. And Vulcan also killed at the conclusion of the war when the T-bomb detonated. Vulcan was also believed to have perished in the Vault. So that kind of indicates that there's some mystery that has happened. And we don't really know how Vulcan is back yet, how he came back. So that's kind of like a mystery for us to kind of look forward to, I guess. So basically, the Brood comes to Krakoa. There's a big fight.
That sounds like Attack on the Block, like.
Yeah, it was. It does. It actually does remind me of that. It exactly reminds me of that. But there are some good action scenes in this, and it did feel kind of like a filler issue, although it was good as well. But it was a kind of like a filler issue. There's a lot of things that is happening in this issue that you kind of just thrown in. Of things happening, but it was a decent read, a very good read, and there is stuff happening in a sense where you can see that based on what you're reading here, everything's going to come into play at some point later on, but we'll see. It's this one was by it wasn't Hickman, it was Hickman. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, obviously it's X-Men. Sorry. So yeah, this one's Hickman and Mahmoud Asher, who was the artist, and the colorist was Sunny Gao.
M-A-M-U-T.
What's that?
When you said that Asher guy's name, how did you spell his name?
I can't even see it properly. It's really small. It looks like it's Mahmud. Mahmoud. Yeah.
There you go.
So that's issue 8 of X-Men. Probably 3.5 gigs. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Seems fair. Yeah. It's a bit for a filler, so yeah. Westworld, yes. Tell me, but don't spoil it because I haven't.
My favourite thing of last week, mate, was Westworld season 3 issue 1.
Issue 1.
This series, man. Put it this way. I mentioned this to my friend, and he said it's a spoiler. It's not really a spoiler.
Yeah, saying Loki. It's not a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. If you like Cowboy Bebop and Blade Runner, you're probably you're gonna like this. This first one, it was over an hour long as well, and it actually felt like watching a film. I watched it again today as well.
I thought that was Happy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How dope was Happy?
We'll get to that. Carry on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was a good episode, man. Definitely one to be watching. It is different from the first 2 seasons. In the sense of the landscape is different, and there's things happen. It's not kind of built the same way when you got flashbacks and stuff like that. So this one is more of like you kind of see the world that they're actually living in, and the way they did it as well. They kind of did it in a sense of think about how we're living in the world right now, but think about it like 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, and it really does fit. It really does fit pretty well. So
I need to watch it.
Definitely watch it if you can.
On that, I might just binge all of it, seeing as I'm unemployed and
binge all of it.
Binge it.
Yeah.
And how about your straight out of comics, man?
Right.
I like that.
So straight out of comics. This is a podcast basically by our friend Matthew Garvey.
Yay! The guy who did Ether and Ether, because I love Ether.
Yeah.
I never met Mac.
No, you haven't. No.
It's okay. You will meet him at Comic-Con. Lovely. Yeah. And he just had a new baby. Congrats.
Congratulations.
He did. I actually took it upon myself to congratulate him once the baby had
arrived.
That was me on Instagram. I did it. I run the page.
Yay.
So yeah, he has 2 other artists have got a new podcast. It's about 22 minutes long.
Nice.
You've got Thorpe at Mr. Thorpe. You got Matt at Matt Garvey 1981. And Totty, the life of Totty. So basically, this the first one they because all three of them are artists, and they kind of talking about just drawing in a sense of drawing for a company, like drawing the way that they're drawing, the different people that they've met, and it's just kind of like doing their type of work, but and comparing it to how like artists for the big companies like Marvel and DC, because what they do, they are what's the word? Independent artists as well. But one of them did actually draw for. He did draw for DC. I think it was a Catwoman. I could be getting it wrong. But yeah, so they kind of talk about the kind of pressure, not the pressure, but the when you draw expectations. Like, yeah. So when you're drawing for your independent comic, you kind of doing your thing, but then when you're doing, especially when you're drawing for like Spider-Man or Batman, for instance, you can't really be as free as you would like to be, because it's not just that one character. You got to think about Marvel, and then not even just Marvel, you got to think about Disney itself. So it's $1 billion industry in a sense. So
that's a good podcast.
Yeah, it was a really good episode. It wasn't too long either, and they're really funny guys as well, all three of them.
Yay. So not like ours. Our podcast is so long, but it's great. You like it. You love it. Yay!
They are. It is a really good podcast. So hopefully they can carry it on, and just check it out. It's called Straight Outta Comics. They're on YouTube,
which is hilarious.
Yeah,
just for the culture. It's not cultural appropriation, hopefully, but we appreciate you for being urban.
But yeah, it's a really good podcast. So
and go support Matt Garvey and his comics, because his comics are brilliant.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Amazing. That's Sauce What Approved, man. Okay, what's next?
So next is the call list. Just 1 second.
Oh.
But I have to say, as I'm using my phone currently, I can't read mine, so somebody has to do it for me. Sorry. No voice.
No voice. Oh man. Which one's your one? Is it Robin? AEF.
Robin. Yeah.
And Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try and do those.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's do mine. My one. There's a word in here. There's a word in there that I can't pronounce too well, but it's fine. It's fine. So my comic is called X-Ray Robot Issue 1. Yeah, by Michael Allard and publisher Dark Horse Comics, because we like Dark Horse. So Max is a family man seeking a more interesting life. While conducting a new experiment at work, the fabric of his reality is torn before his eyes, and a robotic figure appears, claiming to be his 277-year-old self. The robot is... That's a typo. The robot has... that's me. The robot is able to X-ray multiple dimensions and battles a nihilistic entity...
Nihilistic?
Huh?
Nihilistic,
thank you. Nihilistic entity from another dimension who wants to take all life to its pre-Big Bang status. Max and the robot embark on an interdimensional road trip through past and future to take down this nihilist and save the universe.
We like it.
Yes, so that sounds cool. Your 277th self comes back and tells you that there's a nihilist out there. So you get to do X-ray interdimensional jumping until you kill it. Sounds fun to me. Yeah. Go get it. Okay.
Hello, human you. I'm Robot Me. I've come to see you from the future.
There we go. Da-da-da-da. Right, okay. So Robin, 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular one. I'm not going to read all those names of the writers because that's a lot. But... one of them's Wolfman and King and Seeley and Thompson.
King,
Marvin Wolfman. There we go. Yes, right. Here we go. DC Comics celebrates Robin the Boy Wonder 80th anniversary in style of all-star creative team representing each what's that word? I can't read today. Irritation. Oh, there we go. Of the iconic character across 8 decades. Iteration. Thank you. Dyslexia on a million today. Representing each iteration of the iconic character across 8 decades of history, from the high-flying adventures of Dick Grayson to the tragedy of God, the enthusiasm of Tim Drake, and the arrogance of Damian Wayne, the persistence of Stephanie Brown, and the rebelliousness of Carrie Kelly. The mantle of Robin has been torn by many, but always represents one thing: a hero. There we go. That's that.
F1. You don't know, you won't know, but not Carrie Kelly, Stephanie Brown was spoiler. She's spoiler now, Richard, in comics. If you didn't know, she used to be Robin back in the day.
Yeah.
And she used to be Batman as well.
Oh no! Okay, next we have Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. Okay, by Ryan Parrott, Simon, and Dan, and publisher Boom Studios. Okay, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and as you've never seen them before, versus Shredder. Yeah, no, really, just imagine the coolest thing we could do, and yeah, we're doing it. Boom. That's why they're called Boom Studios. Yeah. Interesting. Rich, you're up. That was way too much enthusiasm for me. It's the tea. Go ahead.
X-Force issue 9 by Benjamin Percy, Joshua Cassaro, and Dustin Weaver. Reap what you sow. In the heart of South America, X-Force finds a problem growing that threatens to destroy everything they've built, and one of their own might be responsible. Reap what you sow in the heart of... Oh, I've written that twice. There you go.
It's fine. Keep it going.
Yeah, and that's X-Force. X-Force
Woo!
issue 9.
There we go.
Next one.
We're tired.
Yeah.
We've been fighting apocalyptic situations over here, okay? Go ahead.
Next one is... Final one is Star Wars by Charles Soule, Jesus Sayers, and R.B. Silver. Catastrophe in the Clouds. Luke Skywalker, Lando Calrissian, and Leia Organa have returned to Cloud City. They each left things on Bespin they desperately need: a weapon, a friend, and crucial information. But the city is swarming with Imperials under occupation by an empire desperate to steal its resources. Things didn't go well for the trio the last time they visited this place. This time might be even worse.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So this is actually after the Empire, straight after the Empire Strikes Back. So okay. I've been enjoying this one.
Okay, good. That's good, and thank God for that. And Mandalorian, don't watch the film, please. I'm begging you. Anyway, just for everybody out there, watch the comic, read the comic, and watch Rebels, and then just watch Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's too much. Anyway, yay! That's the end of our show.
We're done.
Done. Oh
my god. Like us, the toilet roll is now finished, but we have 70 other rolls in the back.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll be back.
Definitely.
We'll be back next week, same time. But in the meantime, check out our socials. Yeah. We read comics too. The Outlawed Red Hood, Phantom Specialist, and are obviously, the source wall on all the platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, all of it.
We're not on TikTok. You won't find us on TikTok.
No. We're not on TikTok. We are on Twitch.
We don't talk.
Yeah, no, we're not doing
we ain't
that.
On TikTok.
And no one's paying us anyway, so it's fine. We're on Twitch,
live on Twitch.
And then we're live
on Twitch.
We're
live on Twitch. Just switch in.
Yeah, it's in, and then we just upload to YouTube because just because we can.
Yeah.
You also have a store called Teesprings. If Richard would like to.
Yep, Teespring. Where is it now? Oh gosh, I can't find it. Teespring.com/store/the Source Wall. Check out hoodies and t-shirts there. Yes, you gotta keep your hoodie or have a t-shirt.
You got there you
t-shirt
go.
for your quarantine and hoodies for when you sneak out.
There we go. We're gonna see if we're gonna get some masks in there, so you can get your Source Wall masks.
I was just thinking.
We're interconnected. We're interconnected right now. It's okay. It's all right. So yes, but thank you for joining us. Issue 80. Enjoy your time at home. Don't beat up your children. Just make them clean the house. Like, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, we're here every Wednesday, 7:30ish, and tell them, Kevin.
We said, don't forget to bring a sandwich.
Yes, but wash your hands before you do. Okay.
You're nasty.
See you later.
Travel safely and stay healthy.